The question is that the amendments be agreed to. The Shadow Minister. Member for Sturt.
Thank you, Mr Acting Deputy Speaker. Now begins a long process in the House where we will be considering in detail the 71 pages of amendments that the government dropped into the parliament yesterday. Can I say at the outset that the sheer incompetence of this government in trying to implement a new school funding model has been quite breathtaking. It's been like watching a passenger jet slamming into the deck of an aircraft carrier that's just hit an iceberg. Can I say, Mr Acting Deputy Speaker, it is quite impossible for this government to implement a new school funding model competently in the time that it has given itself. If this government was competent, if it understood good public policy, if it wasn't obsessively inwardly focused, it would have been doing this last year. It would have been going through the process methodically, calmly, like adults in the room, rather than threatening, shouting with megaphone diplomacy to the states, to the non-government sector. 71 pages of detailed amendments introducing a complicated new funding model, much more complicated than the model we've had since the year 2000. The normal process, if this government hadn't given up governing already, would have been to have introduced these amendments, to have consulted with the Shadow Minister, to have given at least a week or two for the Parliament, for the independents, for the coalition to consider these amendments and come to a position. Instead, this government has given up governing, Mr Acting Deputy Speaker. It is just trying to tick boxes, and it thinks that an asinine debate about a new school funding model rushed through this chamber will somehow repair its stocks with the public. Well, what would repair its stocks with the public is a government of adults that actually governed for the good of the country rather than an inwardly obsessive government worried about its own political survival. I will, over the course of this debate, Mr Acting Deputy Speaker, go through in detail many of the concerns that the coalition has about this new school funding model. Another part of the process, though, before I get to the detail of the amendments, which I will go through, is that the sector itself has been shut down with confidentiality agreements that would make the Committee of Public Safety in revolutionary France blush with its heavy-handedness and its draconian measures.